My name is Reid Husmer, CEO and founder of Gone for Good. What we are is an eco-friendly junk hauling company, and we also have thrift stores. So it's almost two businesses in one company. So what we do is we haul away stuff, and we use moving box trucks, and then we take that stuff to warehouses, and we either resell it in our thrift store or donate to several charities. My name is Gone for Good started actually out of my house about 17 years ago. And I was just going through all the stuff with my son and didn't want it to go to the landfill. And I knew there was a lot of options and there was donating, but I'd have to get out to the curb or I could get a roll off. And there were several options. Electronic recycling, I'd have to get it and try to shove it into my car and get it down to a recycling center. And I was like, there's got to be a one-stop service for this all. There are several junk removal companies that do this, but do they do it the right way? There are. But I tested the market and found out that this is a service that's needed in our community and throughout Colorado. Make a long story short, here we are about almost 18 years later, and we franchised the model about 7 years ago. And we have four franchise locations. We are in Denver, Aurora, Boulder, and Northern Colorado. Well, since it is spring now, our day-to-day operations is very busy. We start from scheduling everything to getting to estate cleanouts. Our main focus is house cleanouts. We don't do a lot of small jobs. I mean, we can some of the quarter truckloads, but our focus is on the house cleanouts. So we wake up in the morning, get the trucks unloaded, get ready to go, and have the crew go out and pick everything up, box it up, bag it up, throw it in the truck. I shouldn't say throw, but move it in the truck. And then we bring it back to our warehouses. There's either warehouses and stores, different types of, I guess, buildings for our thrift stores. So they go back and we have people that sort through it as far as what still has some value to it that can be resold at our thrift store. And then we also open it up to several charities with low-income families that are starting new in an apartment or a house and can shop at our thrift stores. Before Vonigo, it was basically just taking a call and finding that giving customers a quote either on the phone or through email. And it was a basic Google Calendar. And we moved on to another system that we got introduced to, and it's more of a kind of a moving software, but they customized it to our junk removal side, or I should say stuff removal side. But it became confusing for customers on our quoting system online, and I had to walk people through it rather than just them doing it and understanding it and booking a job. It was a little confusing. We would get a lot of questions like, I'm not moving, I want my stuff hauled away. And I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. We're trying to work on that. And we were working on that for about 10 years. And then we finally found Vonigo. The rep called me in October, was patient. And I said, well, let's give Vonigo a try. And I had all these lists that I was going, okay, if they can't do this, I'm going to walk away. If they can't do this, I'm going to walk away. And then it just kept going. I'm like, well, see, you can't do this. And they go, no. Well, Kyle says, well, we can do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it kept on getting a green light, I should say. And so then we continued on more and more with the questions with Vonigo. And as the process went, the answers were right. And then we decided to go with Vonigo. Results is that our franchise owners are getting more time to do other things in their operations because now they're not going back and forth with calls or emails or even losing customers that want to book a job with Gone for Good. A lot of what we've done online is that they can book and get into our calendar. We first thought it would be for our repeat customers, but now we're learning that people at night, they finally want to book a job. They don't want to call, they don't want to email, they just want to book it, and they know that they're going to be having a truck show up at this time, and then communication is done through text or email. We came up with a great solution that I felt as a customer, if I were to be on the other side, We come to a screen, it says text, call, get a quote, or book online. I mean, those four options are the best options I feel for a customer. And we've got great feedback on that. Like, yes, if I want a quote and I don't understand how much can fit into a truck, I'm going to upload photos and do that, and then have someone from Gone for Good call me. But if I know what I have a couple of things and I know the pricing, I can book it right now. And that can not only continue growth, but help the stress of the franchise owners of always being on the phone and trying to book jobs. As a franchisor, being able to customize the solution of Vonigo, I feel more comfortable for the franchisees to use it. But now with Vonigo, we see an increase with the jobs being booked, and they only can book with the available time. So, I mean, time is very important to our franchise owners, and that pain of being on the phone or emailing and losing customers has been a pain in the past. And Vonigo has improved of not only helping our repeat customers, but attracting new customers. When I signed up to start using Vonigo, that would just be kind of a big corporation where they just throw a manual at you and say good luck. That's not the case. I felt like I was talking to the top developers of Vonigo when we were doing training and getting it up online on Gone for Good. And it felt really like I could ask for anything at some point. And I just really appreciate their patience. It's great, the technical support. You know, if I have a how do I do this, we'll come back right away. Your ticket has been received, and then within, I would say, 30 minutes, I get an answer. It's sitting down with a potential franchisee and saying, here is all the technology that we have. So we've got our website, we've got our thrift store, we've got our junk hauling side. And just to let you know that as a franchisee, we want you to be focused on building relationships and getting sales out there. And as a franchisor has Gone for Good, we're going to help you take care of that lead once they come to that website. So not only will they be able to ask for a quote, and if they're ready and you've showed them how great Gone for Good is, they can book online, and those customers will feel comfortable that they're dealing with the right junk removal company. I mean, junk removal is a very competitive market, and if in order to compete, you got to have all the right tools. So now that we can show that we have an SEO Samba website, we have a thrift store, we're soon to have an online thrift store website, and now we have Vonigo, that's our online booking system. So to take a look at our website, you'll be able to see all the technology. We'll be ahead of the game of not only just hauling side, but thrift store side. Will be a very competitive advantage because if you just have click the call and you don't have that presence of an online booking system, you're going to look like kind of the pickup truck hauling company that's going to pick up a couch and then take it to the landfill. When there's clients looking at potential junk removal companies, you're dealing with some of those big ones out there. And, you know, if they come across our website, we want to show that we're competitive and that we have that advantage. We have that technology of like the big corporations of the online booking. You're getting that big software, that big online presence, but you're getting that nice local feeling of that you can talk to a developer or tech support of Onago and get things done and customized to the way you want it for your operations. I would say my experience with Vonigo has been great with just with their patience, because as an owner, you want everything, and Vonigo tries to give you everything, and if they can't, they put it in their future enhancement request for their software. So it's exciting to see that you're not just a number. You're actually someone that they care about and they want their system to work, and it is working. And that's I really appreciate as an owner that you get that feel that they're going to take care of you.